Hello friends, welcome. This is going to be your money pick a card reading, okay? Oracle messages, guidance for your finances, your money, your career, maybe your small business, okay? Some of the messages, I've already recorded all the piles. They came out a little bit generalized, I think, so that they could fit more stories, okay? You'll see in the messages, I struggled a little bit with understanding the full meaning behind some of the messages because I did things a little different or backwards this time. I did not pre-select your songs. Okay. Songs came through in each pile anyways. So pile 1, I channeled Breaking Dishes for you guys. And at first I didn't understand it, but as time went on, throughout the night, I listened to your song and I realized that I personally had a conversation with my family recently about them taking on some of the household chores and duties so that I'm able to focus a little bit more time and attention into my businesses. So there's something about that with the Breaking Dishes song. Pile 2, I saw symbolism in your cards related to a music video I happened to be listening to earlier in the day. So I went ahead and included that as part of your message. And pile 3, your song was a little bit more special because I actually had been listening to it right before I decided to turn off my music for the day. So as soon as I finished recording this reading, I opened my music app to see if there was a song for you. And that song still happened to be in my queue. So I looked at the music video for you, group number 3, and the mirror in your cards are actually in the symbolism of that music video. So something significant about speaking to yourself in the mirror, the things that you're speaking coming into fruition when you're facing a mirror or some kind of reflection. You see how that computer is reflected in her eyeglasses? So there's something here about black mirrors related to laptops, telephone screens, television. Because I actually, strangely enough, and it's funny, I didn't remember this until after I recorded these messages, but I caught myself in the reflection of my own cell phone saying some things that I did not want to come to pass. So there's something significant about that. And, I don't know, just being mindful of the things that you're saying when faced in front of any type of reflection. Okay. So go ahead, choose your pile. Your timestamps are going to be provided in the description box. Also, side note, homemaker, pile number 1, you're going to have 2 signifier cards, as you'll see in a minute, because for some reason I felt like I lost your box and your card and I replaced it with another one. I don't know. It was sitting right in front of me the entire time, but for some reason my eyes just weren't able to see it until the timing was right. So there's something significant about that group number 1. I've also placed here some crystals and or spiritual tools for you to select if the cards are not calling out to you enough. The medicine box in group number 1. It is made out of wood and you're able to store herbs and stones inside for medicinal or spiritual purposes. Okay. Group number 2, your stone is going to be the pink tourmaline heart. Look at it spinning. That's significant. All right. As I mentioned in your reading. So pink tourmaline heart for group number 2 and group number 3, I've selected for you the multivite stone. So if any of these are calling out to you, go ahead and find your timestamp in the description box and I will see you at your reading. Hi, group number 1. If you've selected the family room card, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to tell you something. I had a different card picked out for you guys, to be honest. It said homemaker on it, and I had a little medicine box to go with it, and I had crystals for each pile, but something happened. I tried to put a tablecloth down, I lost the card, and I don't know, it was just in a matter of seconds, it was gone. So I decided to pivot and we're going to I looked down, the card literally sitting in front of me said family room. I was like, close enough. So you could have a home business You could be starting a business out of your family room. You could be a homemaker that wants to find a way to bring in some extra income. This card says family room, bonding, and joy. So you could have family that you're taking care of, children, elderly family members that you're taking care of, someone who's disabled. The angels want you to know that this is a special time that's being gifted to you so that you could learn a softer side of life and focus on family. I know that with the hustle of commuting and traffic and the rat races, right, we don't always get to slow down and appreciate some of those more home-centered duties, or having an opportunity or a privilege to spend time with certain family members in certain important years of their life, right? So that's something that's coming through. It says income through family business, child-related products, or social ventures. The family room reflects wealth gained from activities that bring people together. Opportunities may arise from family-run businesses, child care services, or social enterprises. Okay. So you could be somebody that wants to make your own money or have, again, some kind of hobby on the side. So let's find out a little bit more information. Group number 1. Okay, so you have 2 cards that came out. You have She Shed on the bottom, and so you could even be kind of incorporating outside a little bit into your home business in some way. Laundry room could be significant or important, but it says purification and renewal. So you could be cleaning out, making space, or even shedding certain excess that doesn't need to come with you in this next chapter. I'm also picking up on somebody refining some of their goals, and so this could have something to do with maybe you wanted to do all of the things, but now you're kind of narrowing it down to something like a specialty that's most significant to you. Okay, we have bathroom showing up. It says, again, with the purification energy, right? It says financial breakthroughs through debt reduction, savings, or decluttering. Yes, that's what I was picking up on. Whether it's in a non-tangible sense with your goals, right? Or it could be in a tangible sense where you're physically getting rid of clutter or releasing things that are not going to serve you in this next area or this next chapter. We have game room. Are you okay? Sorry. We have game room, plan, and gamble. I don't know who my dog was just chirping at, but she was acting like somebody was in her space, but nobody's there. So, I mean, you could be feeling claustrophobic or cluttered, or like somebody's in your space. Plan and gamble. Financial windfalls through investments, gambling, or strategic ventures. The game room suggests luck and strategy can lead to abundance. Potential wealth sources include stock market investments, strategic betting, or financial games like trading. That's interesting. I wonder if this is kind of pointing towards some kind of like giveaway, although you'll want to check like your local laws and make sure that that's in compliance. But I feel like this could be like the luck of the draw type of energy, whether it's something to do with your customers getting lucky, or maybe you're the one that's coming into a windfall, and that could be why you're being asked to make space to really invest into whatever this is in the family room that you're building, right? It could be like that once in a lifetime opportunity, whether it's a potential meeting that was like just your lucky break to meet this one connection or offer. Or this could be, some kind of financial windfall that you come into, that you're able to invest in some kind of dream business or home business. I don't know if this is some kind of like expansion of the physical family home. Like if you
are fortunate enough to be able to build onto a home or expand a home in some way. But let's find out more. I want to pull you a tarot card, group number 1. Tell me about group number 1. What do they need to know about their finances? Thank you. Okay, so we have the High Priestess came out. Secret syrup. The mysteries of the universe are sweeter than you know. With grade A butter. And then we had the 5 of Pentacles. It was in the reverse position. So I do feel like if you have been going through some kind of hardship, I heard hardship very clearly right now in my right ear. So I feel like if you have been going through some kind of financial hardship, or lack is another word I just heard shouted, there is something about the sweeter side to the situation starting to be exposed, or you being able to finally sit down and enjoy a meal rather than eating from a place of survival is something that's coming through. I see her with this broken dish here, and it immediately reminds me of that Rihanna song, Breaking Dishes. I don't know why that would be significant here. We have Forgotten Tales. Love stories untold in quiet moments, rest and reflect, making time for planning, space, stability, and waiting. So I think you had strategic planning twice. Yeah, you had strategic ventures. Okay, and then you have planning here as well. We have nourishment showing up. It says, looking provides support, physical well-being, care, health, balanced meals, boosts vitality and energy, nurture body and soul. So there's something here about your diet, right? With these broken dishes, the syrup. Looks like she's cooking with either pomegranates or some kind of root vegetable. Okay. Balancing your vitality, your energy, and the things that you're eating, perhaps. Pop-up, sudden, emerging. Oh, you could be attending some kind of pop-up event or some kind of pop-up fair where you're selling handmade items, recipes, baked goods, bread. Okay, could be something here. There could be something about your packaging, right? That could be why Breaking Dishes is coming through. It could be something about the way that you're packaging your items for transit for your customers or for travel for certain events. We have dining room also showing up here. So yeah, something significant about these chairs. Yeah, chairs. To be honest, I'm really not sure what the significance of the chair is telling us, but I do know that there were moments on my own journey with poverty and homelessness and relocation where I was seeing a chair upside down, and that's how I felt. It was just completely upside down, unstable, nowhere to even sit down and think about what to do next. And so I'm not sure if that's significant to you or not. We have stairs here. Progress, advancing. Yeah, I think I saw progress earlier when I was shuffling. So there is progress from here. There are steps forward. Gathering, connecting, it's all coming together. What you want wants you. Continue to push forward. Okay, let me see if I can get a different deck actually. We have cat energy here. And passion's warmth. Old flames rekindled. Past connections can reignite. Prosperity, home is wealth. Okay, and that could be a focus of yours right now, is that home and relationships within the home is wealth. Cat, independence, solo, freedom. Claim your independence and create space between yourself and others. Okay. Guidance for group number 1. Okay, we have failure came out. pros and cons. What I'm picking up on is that there's advantages and disadvantages to every perceived failure on your journey. So it's kind of like that trial and error period where you're just going to have to find out what it is that works best for you, kind of like in the beginning of your reading, pivoting, right? Like, it didn't turn out exactly the way that I was planning. My strategy didn't go exactly just right, but I did just, find another solution. In fact, when I looked down in front of me, it was right there in front of me, provided for me. So try not to stress. Take time to celebrate the wins, okay? And use this opportunity, this gain that you're coming into to get out of debt, and put away savings or, whatever it is that you need to do to ensure that you never have to return to any kind of toxic environment that was infringing on your finances, okay, and your ability to save or taking advantage of you in some way, okay? Group 1, home business advice. Ooh, we have competition. It's funny because my thought immediately went to like your relatives in the home competing with you, which, I mean, that could be a blessing if you don't have that, right? Like, that could be where you come from with this betrayal energy, and now you're moving away from that kind of energy into peace, and the people around you are going to be kind of going with the flow with you rather than preventing your progress here. So there is progress coming in. There is growth coming in, and this could be something that you're able to do, again, like I said, with little ones around you, okay? That could be why you're working from home. Hotel, hospitality, okay? I'm picking up on you being able to incorporate this hospitality that you show your loved ones and your home. It's healing something within you so that you're able to reflect that in your business and the hospitality that you provide to your customers. We have paramedic here, so you could be somebody who, wears many hats. You could be a cook one moment, a caretaker the next. You could be somebody that's healing, right? Because the medicine box was literally something I had pulled out for your pile. So we have he has his own little medicine box that he's holding there, so that could be significant. Putting herbs and floral remedies in your medicine box or medicine bag and carrying that on yourself, this is going to be something that is going to help you, right? Let's see what else. That's interesting. That's going to help you with your finances, with your home business, right? Because I would typically think of it as something that the one that I just misplaced a minute ago, it came from my grandmother, and she used it for healing, right? Like for certain ailments that she had. So I just think it's really interesting that that's all I'm going to say. Okay, we have seasonal work here showing up, and retail shop. So there could be something that you got from Christmas that's going to help you with this business, or it could just be that you're looking into selling something for the season, right? You could be looking ahead at certain holidays and planning out certain services or products that are going to be centered around those festivities, right? Yeah, so take that however it applies. Being creative at this time, having those moments, those epiphanies, really writing them down. Oh my gosh, look what I just found. The medicine box. And so this one, it had a leather necklace on it. I've had all kinds of like stones and herbs in it over the years. And so yeah, this is the box I was telling you about. It lost its necklace, but it's still around. And then we have the homemaker card that originally I was going to use for your pile. It says meal prep, parenting, budgeting, cleaning, and housework. So these are things that are going to help bring in ideas. They're going to help these blockages, these perceived blockages that you have. Feeling drawn to getting you a money block, especially since I keep saying blockages. Okay. planetary positions. There are adverse planetary positions that are affecting your success. Well, those jerks, those jerky planets, right? So we also have success, vampires, and being too serious. Smell the roses. When you take life too seriously, you risk losing sight of what actually needs your attention. Move away from thinking your purpose is your job, and you will start to see your life in a new light. That's very interesting. Understanding that your purpose is not necessarily your job. They don't necessarily have to, I don't know what the word is, but complete each other. They don't have to be both, right? Like, it could be your job today to do the dishes, but it doesn't make it your purpose, right? Some days it may feel like we were made to do dishes and laundry, but there's something here about sitting down more. That could be why the chair is showing up. Sitting down more, taking time to relax, and that is going to help you make more money. People are taking away your time, your ideas, and draining your energy. How is that going to make it more money sitting down? I don't know, but it is, okay? It says, face your success vampires head on and don't let them take from you, whether it's sticking up for yourself or setting better boundaries. Let them know that you are taking back your power. And this could be centered around past failures, because you did have failure out. So focusing on having fun, okay, taking time to sit down, focusing on avoiding these sucking energies. It is your free will that can diffuse the worst of the planetary combinations or trigger good results by using them to your advantage. One way is by doing good deeds to activate positive energies. So maybe you want to do some more good deeds at this time to counteract these oppositions that are happening. You could also take a look at your birth chart or any transiting planets at this time and see if it speaks to you. I mean, there could be something that stands out to you, and you could be like, oh, okay, this is why this failure had to occur, to strengthen this other area of my chart or my purpose, right? And understanding that, again, just because you had to go through something as part of your birthright, I want to say as part of your destiny, it doesn't mean that that's your complete purpose. It doesn't mean that that's all you're meant to experience here. There could be something about empty houses too. It says dwelling on past failures beyond the essential learning is a waste of time. Use your failures to succeed and make a decision to let it go and stay focused on the present and future. Learn from the past and you'll do better this time around. Group number 2, this is going to be your money reading. If you've selected the Trine card, this is the pink tourmaline and quartz that I put out for your pile. Oops. This quartz heart wants to jump into the reverse position. Every time I look at it, it's upside down. So I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like a spade, right, too, which I guess could be significant, or the triangle shape, I guess, could be significant. Oh, this could also look like what do they call those things that on a Ouija board? Planchet. Okay, group 2. You know what I'm talking about. Career aspect. Good luck at work. Positive changes. Good vibes in the workplace. Favorable and harmonious. Using your talents and receiving a blessing. Group number 2. You also have health. Just jumped out. So health could be a main focus that could help bring in good luck or better finances. Let's put your heart back upright, okay? Some situations that need resolution will be resolved and healed. We also have settling. Your soul is telling you you're on the wrong path. Allow yourself time and space to evolve and find your true path. You are in a state of avoidance because the action needed is too hard. It said the action needed, but I saw live action. So there could be something that could be applied to your situation. Live action could help your finances. It says change. Let's change. There's a change for the better coming your way. Embrace it. That's good news, group number 2, because even though people think that change is scary, it's actually much better than staying the same. It looks like with luck in the reverse, it could be that you were experiencing some bad luck in the area of your finances, but with Trine being the card that was primary in your energy, I do think that that is what is changing, is that your luck is going to be shifting for the better, especially as you start to step into this leadership position. I think that there's something really significant having to do with the spade symbolism. I know, to me, I just think of like the swords suit in tarot, so it could be that you're more logical or mind over heart, right? But you could be working on that with the pink tourmaline. I think it's kind of like a softer protection for me. I always think of like pink tourmaline being protection against the ones that we love, right? And they can kind of cut us the deepest if you really think about it. But I don't know, there's something here. It says take flight, free from work constraints, versatile, and easygoing. That's interesting, because on the bottom of the deck over here you have easy does it. So slow and steady wins the race. This is not a good time to rush. Hold on, I can't read in reverse. What does it say? This is not a good time to rush. Pay attention to every detail. Careful not to get involved with any one get-rich-quick scheme. Okay, so you could be trying to free up your schedule so that you can work on different things, or it could be that you've noticed certain things that you're able to move around, right? I'm kind of getting one of those calendars on the refrigerator where you plan out like your menu for the week and everybody's activities are right there on the board where everybody can see it, and your to-do list is right there. So there's something about that. Yeah, because we have visual arts right here. And didn't I say live action earlier? There could be something in the movies or some kind of video that you're meant to watch that's going to help you with your finances. Design, events, author. I'm also just picking up on writing everything down. Easy does it. Easy going. Yeah, so easy does it. What does group number 2 need to know about their finances? Ooh, we have abundance came out. Ooh. With anxiety in the reverse. So it could be that you're nervous about your record keeping, you're nervous about writing things down, keeping track of your receipts, your accounting records. Okay, this is something that's going to help you with your money, though. It's going to help you identify better. I want to say it's going to help you with like your taxes, because the more you're able to stay organized, the faster you're able to kind of take those deductions, right? We have decisions. You're able to make better decisions. You're able to plan things out a little bit better. Think big. Okay, you might consider investing in QuickBooks. Okay, look at the reviews. Look at it compared to other. I'm not sponsored or anything. That was what I saw in my mind's eye was QuickBooks. I'm also itchy on my left palm, which is usually an indicator to me about loss, right? So you could be looking at loss in your business, bad debt, right? I don't know. Talk to your financial advisor about it. Let's see if there's any more guidance for group number 2. Talk to your financial advisor about it. Maybe over lunch. I don't know. That's funny. Yeah, talk to your financial advisor. see. Group number 2. I just think that if you guys start keeping track of your books and your receipts and scanning every expense and keeping it all in one place, this is going to help with your anxiety, right? Especially if you're writing things down on like sticky notes and you're trying to keep track of your appointments, try to keep it all in like one area, like that calendar on the refrigerator. See any guidance for group 2? My success is inevitable. Group number 2. You guys have health too, right? So this could be something about the food that you're eating. We have home business. So maybe even group number 1 is calling to you as well, because I was getting a lot about food there. Making sure that your blood sugar stays balanced is going to help you with your motivation. Staying balanced is something that I am feeling. Okay, you have Patreon showing up. So that could be an avenue that you may find works for you. Let's see. Group number 2. Money comes to me in unexpected ways. We also have Amazon on the bottom of the deck. Came out with Lemon 8, so maybe Amazon links on Lemon 8 could be a financial avenue for you. We have interview showed up. I told you I was picking up on QuickBooks. And then we also have TikTok. So with interview, I'm kind of picking up on, I don't know, maybe face-to-face meetings with people, especially if you're finding clients on TikTok. This could also just be like a screening process, maybe related to your Patreon. I don't know. This could be interview. You could be going on a job interview. You could benefit from knowing QuickBooks, okay, for this job interview. So I know that there's YouTube videos or even classes that are affordable that you can take on QuickBooks. Is very user friendly, so don't be nervous about that. We also have sound showing up with portfolio, so you could be focusing on a sound portfolio that's going to help you with becoming famous. That could be why live action is showing up. You could be interviewing for a live action movie, something to do with your voice acting, music, or sounds or beats that you make. You also have credit card processing showing up. Email is also showing up, so maybe even emailing credit card receipts, or I don't know, but there's something here about those areas helping you with a business that you have or your finances in some way. Group number 2, we have money stress. Visualize your money stress in a balloon floating away. I release money anxiety. I actually was listening to a song earlier. It had a music video, and she had a bunch of yellow balloons, and it was called Depressed. I asked Spirit for a song today. It is the Cancer full moon, and the song that came on said Depressed. And I listened to it. It made me cry. We had a good cry. We released all of those subconscious emotions that I knew were inside of me, but I wasn't paying any conscious attention to, right? If you are feeling depressed at this time, group number 2, you on the bottom of the deck, it says feel unfulfilled, and it says, what are you here to do? Create your life purpose. I am happy with my life. Was that you, group number 2, that we were just talking about how your job and your purpose don't have to be the same? That was group number 1, huh? Was I talking about like doing dishes and having it feel like that's your purpose? And so it could be that you're feeling like your day-to-day tasks are just bleeding together, right? And it's leaving you feeling unfulfilled. It's leaving you feeling like you don't have the answers that you need or the solutions to move forward. More barriers than not. It says you don't have to work overtime to be wealthy. I make money easily. I feel like you're coming into this energy where you're learning that you don't have to overwork yourself or be overly concerned or worried or depressed about the minute deep details, because there are going to be areas of fulfillment in your life that are going to carry you through. And in retrospect, because I heard retrospect really loudly just now, I feel like you're going to identify that these barriers were not as severe as you were feeling like they were. And I don't want to minimize, because I would be clicking off this video right now if I was listening, because it's almost like you feel like nobody can identify or understand these barriers that have come up your way. But I feel like over time, these barriers are going to be like stacks of gold, right? Like they're going to be coins, or even like details of wisdom is the investment that you have here. And you're going to be able to share that in a way that brings you prosperity. Okay, maybe you are providing the answers for people in the areas that you struggled the most. Feeling greedy. You can have what you want in life without feeling guilty. I am worthy of wealth. Well, I need to hear that. You can have what you want in life without feeling guilty. Look, I split the deck and it says not worthy. I am worthy of wealth, and then not worthy. Do something nice for yourself. You deserve it. I deserve to be wealthy. And you could be feeling like there's never enough, right? And especially if you feel like everything is scattered and disorganized right now. But once you start stacking everything, organizing everything, being able to visually see everything here, you're going to be able to kind of integrate it mentally so much easier. And you're going to feel like the time in the day is extended. You're going to feel like you've suddenly gained some time, which we know is a significant currency in this life, right? Okay, let's see if there's any more guidance, and then we're going to close out your reading. Any more guidance for group number 2? Okay, we have the promoter. If there's a new idea or project manifesting, know it has great potential for success. I think your card said success is inevitable, right? Careers in the nightlife industry, events, or restaurant industry could be right for you. Use the law of attraction for money. Be the energy you want to attract. And I'm also just picking up on advertising your services and your business. It says work hard in silence as I'm saying advertise and promote. So, I mean, balance, right? And knowing when the moment is right and in which ways. Let's see what else we have here. Group number 2. Work hard in silence, promoting. I guess that could be your guidance too. It's as you're starting these new ideas and implementing these new ideas, if you're having anxiety, it's going to be beneficial for you to work in silence and promote it at the right time. It says a financial offer will not be accepted. Okay. Watch out for backstabbing and gossiping coworkers. Ooh, okay, so that's why you're working hard in silence, because there's some energy around you that can't be trusted. It says make a head over heart decision. Oh my gosh, remember that heart that was flipping on its head? It says make a head over heart decision. Don't make financial decisions based on emotional influences. Ooh. Going into business with that person is not a good idea. I think the reason why going into business with that person is not a good idea is because you need to consider your investors. Whoever it is that is backing you financially may not agree with whoever this partner is, right? That you are being advised to work in silence with or against, or I don't know. I'm not sure. Concentration, focus, and perseverance will get you where you need to go. Your hard work is about to pay off. Keep an eye on what's coming in and out of your account. Okay, is going to be beneficial for you at this time. Your financial stress is only temporary. Okay. Soulful scribe, write down your goals and dreams. Communication is key. Manifest with an intention. Plan records and contract. Okay, so really paying attention to that bookkeeping, the records, wealth, prosperity. Promote a sense of luxury, gratitude, and spark financial growth. Okay, because there is abundance coming in, success, and you're not going to want to feel overwhelmed when it is imperative to your safety and freedom for you to be keeping track of your records. And so implementing these habits now is going to serve you. Drink, refresh, enjoy, celebration. Okay, social activities, fun, promotes relaxation, spark joyful connections, and celebrate the progress along the way. Hi, group number 3. This is going to be your reading. If you've selected the technology card, this is your message all about your finances. Okay, so we've also paired this energy with the Moldavite stone, which is known for coming in, clearing out in the most traumatic way possible anything that is holding you back from your most successful self. So you could work in the technology field, you could work online in some way. It says coder, web developer, networking, cybersecurity, telecommunications. Okay, the first card that I've selected for you is driver's seat, in a position of authority, making good progress. Okay, you could work in the auto industry, something technology related to the auto industry, maybe a smart car or one that runs on electricity. Okay, we have trailblazer, navigate, work challenges, make a quick decision. It did come out in the reverse, so maybe you have trouble making quick decisions. It could be that you're somebody that is being asked to step up and make more decisions at work, and you might struggle with analysis paralysis, and maybe that's slowing you down a little bit. You have seek the truth in reverse. Okay, so you could be somebody that wants all of the details, and that could be slowing you down a little bit. It says reflect on what you want, look before you leap. Psychology, life coach, beauty and interiors. This could also be focusing on how you look at work. Okay, this could be something like this could, and it might be different for every situation, but either not worrying so much about your appearance at work, or this could be really taking pride in how you look. And this is going to open up more opportunities and pathways to success for you. Because unfortunately in this world, people really do judge you off of a first impression, and they will offer you or deny you a job based on the clothes you're wearing, how you're presenting yourself online. Okay, if you're somebody who's looking for work, really cleaning up your online public presence could really benefit you financially. Okay, you might think that because you see the world a certain way, right? Like I'm kind of focusing on the glasses and the code reflected on this person's glasses. She's perceiving code a certain way, or yeah, but it may not be the way that your interviewer perceives the world, right? And so as somebody that has been has witnessed not only myself but others get hired, fired, promoted, demoted, based on how they present themselves, the clothes that they wear. It's unfortunately a shallow but realistic part of the society that we live in. So there's something here about that. We also have higher power here. Send out your intentions, align with your purpose. Clergy, counselor, mediator, or spirit guide could be a position that you're in. And then butterflies and rabbits could be significant to you at this time. Maybe also dragonflies. Okay, we have innovator and freedom. Bust out of the mold, create your own schedule. Soar above any obstacles and reach new career heights. Any guidance for group 3? Oh, paramedic came out again. Okay, so that was a card that was in group number 1. But you could be some kind of somebody that works in the healing field. You could be a healer, a physical healer, a spiritual healer, an emotional healer. Okay, I heard therapist pretty loudly, so we have party planner showed up with the balloon symbolism, and we also have sales and retail is showing up. So I feel like if you're somebody who's drawn to expanding your business online or providing some kind of service or product online, this is an indicator that this is going to be very beneficial for you. We have invest wisely. I was saying a lemon tree at first, but it is a money tree. So there is something here about, I mean, lemons can mean so many different things, but I feel like this is something about making lemonade out of some of these sour situations that you could be up against. Or this could even be, you know, selling whatever it is out. I don't want to say on the curb, but I'm kind of picking up on like a kid who wants to sell their lemonade out on a stand on the corner, right? My daughter was actually asking to do that the other day, and we were telling her it's winter, you have to wait until summer. So there could be something here about investing with the seasons, or focusing on the seasons, maybe even reflecting back on past seasons and trends, and you know, sales and expenses, and maybe even evaluating. You could put it in some kind of like pie chart in the system that you're working on. QuickBooks, right, could do it for you. Excel, whatever this is, you're keeping track of some kind of log and you're tracking it over time, some kind of data that's going to unlock hidden avenues for you. Geologist, you could be somebody that enjoys working with stones. You could sell crystals. You could be related to rocks or the environment in some way. Okay, so that could be a confirmation that this is for you. Group number 3. Any guidance or advice for group number 3? You will get the job. So if you're interviewing, make sure you're dressed appropriately for the job that you want. Maybe even overdressing. Okay, I don't feel like that's going to be a bad thing in this situation, but follow your instincts. It says, go down a new career path. Look at this. Look at this. Dress for the job you want and save for retirement. Okay? Don't let the fear of failure or looking foolish hold you back from doing what you want to do. Believe in yourself. I can tell you also, as someone who has witnessed many people come in for interviews, because my desk was right next to where they had to walk in to go into these interviews. There were people that made fun of the people that were dressed or overdressed for the job that they wanted even. But I've also seen the people that did the hiring and the firing and the decision making not hire people because they felt like they could have dressed better. Does that make sense? So it's like it doesn't always matter if you feel out of place or you feel like there's certain individuals that don't agree with the decision you made. If you followed your instinct and you appealed to the ones that are making the decisions. That's all that's going to matter. Okay. Yeah, so anything else? I actually was feeling drawn to this Energies of Affliction deck, so I didn't pull for anyone else, but group 3, what is it about group 3? So we have Soul Contract, just came out. It says agreements made on a soul level before incarnating that can bind a person to specific lessons or energies, often causing reoccurring cycles of struggle. Okay, we also have Black Mirror Magic came out, the use of reflective surfaces or divination. That's where they said reflective surfaces or divination tools to protect harmful energies or influence others. All right. We have Intern Apprentice is in the wrong deck for some reason. So a lot about technology, right? Everybody's on a computer. You might need to invest in your technology, upgrading your technology in the near future. Dark Reflection. Why do you have Dark Reflection and Black Mirror Magic? And you had a mirror in the beginning of your message, right? Where is it? Right there. Dark reflection, the process of projecting one's fears, insecurities, or shadows into others or external circumstances. And then you have jinxes here with curses. So a lighter, more subtle form of negative spell work aimed at disrupting someone's day-to-day life, causing small annoyances or bad luck. So there could be something here about mirror energy. Obsidian could be significant. Scrying could be significant in some way. Oh, the cell phone. Laptops. Black mirrors. Okay, so that's a message for somebody. The use of reflective surfaces or divination tools to project harmful energies or influence others. There could be some kind of influence or projection that's coming through the cell phone, the laptop, the I don't know, any black mirror surface televisions. This could be interfering with you, implanting some kind of doubt or interference. I'm not sure, but that's something important that group 3 needed to know. Be the blessing. Okay, whenever I see be the blessing, to me it means be at service to others. If you're able to help somebody and bless them in some way, do it. If you're able to include that in your intentions and in your prayers and ask God to make you the blessing, you'd be amazed at how certain situations end up playing out, not just for you but for others. I know email. So email could be really significant to your finances in some way, maybe following up with emails after speaking to someone, or being able to provide services through email in some way. Also, hard copy is showing up here. So emailing and also having the hard copy, or being able to provide an emailed copy of whatever it is that's physically being sold, right? God is spending money on me. So whenever I see God is spending money on me, I know that God is going to make a way, even if it seems financially impossible for a certain need to be met. God is going to be making a way. All right. Anything else for group number 3? I work for God the Most High. That's why God is spending money on you, because you worked. You did the work. So it's like your paycheck is coming in I heard lump sum, so that should be fun. We have passive income, group number 3. So you could be generating passive income. Inventory, storage, and organization. God speaks 3 times, so pay attention to repeating patterns, especially if they occur 3 times in a row. Okay, but inventory, storage, and organization is going to be your best friend. It's going to help you with your success. It's going to help you to know what to invest, okay? And your success is inevitable, group number 3. I want to get you a card from the Good Things Oracle. So what is the inevitable success? New opportunities. Something awesome happens quickly. A surprise, a sudden happy change. You know what I'm feeling too with the Moldavite energy? Whenever I see Moldavite, I always think of like black cat energy, in a sense that the black cat shows up right before chaos ensues, right before your opportunity to take another route passes, and you might blame the black cat, but realistically it was always our choice, right? Whether we were going to take or continue on that road or take a new way. So there's something here about the black cats, the Moldavite, the full moons. They get all of the blame and the bad reputation for the scapegoat for our life, right? But really, these changes, these sudden happy, I don't know, I feel like something happening quickly, this change that's taking place in your life, it may feel traumatic at first, but it's going to lead you to this new love, this opportunity to make more money, to do something that you love, making that money, to be in a position of power and leadership. It says your energy and strength is leveled up. Use it wisely. I'm also feeling like your energy and your time is finally yours, right? To be able to spend however you deem fit. It says ending. Something is finally over. A much needed ending is taking place in relief, because there's now open doors. You are given an opportunity for success. It's a yes, because there's alignment, right? And yeah, so I don't know why those mirrors were showing up, but I feel like once you get it figured out, there is going to be a flow of abundance, and possibly even a steady flow of abundance, income coming in. Something really heavy to do with technology, right? So is there anything else that group 3 needs to know before we go? That's it. All right, group 3, that is your message. Thank you so much for being here and enjoy this new life that's on its way to you.